is a short lesson on our 3 central scriptures that we use to understand yoga. So if you're studying yoga or practicing yoga, you will also be studying in depth these 3 particular texts. So first of all, we have the Bhagavad-gita, which is the oldest of our 3. This is the dialogue between Lord Krishna and Arjuna on the battlefield, where Lord Krishna counsels Arjuna, who is having basically a panic attack and is unable to fulfill the duties required of him. Lord Krishna counsels him and reminds him and reiterates much of the yoga practice to him, encourages him, and eventually convinces him to do what he's got to do. So the Bhagavad Gita is extremely important in terms of our understanding of material nature and its influences and its particular 3 attributes, the 3 gunas. Much of the Gita is dedicated to Krishna helping us understand those 3 attributes of nature, the passion, the depression, and the clarity, and what benefit we get from the clarifying mode, and what we really should be focused on in our yoga practice, and who the source of yoga practice is. All of this is found in the Gita, and this is just invaluable information for anyone that's practicing yoga and is interested in yoga, is this text right here. So the one that I encourage you to invest in is this one. So each of the books that I'm going to talk about today is going to be translated and commented on by Michael Beloved. Okay? So the Bhagavad Gita comes from a much larger story from ancient India called the Mahabharata. So once you've read through this, it would be very important for a student of yoga to also invest in and read the Mahabharata. This particular version is a greatly abridged version, but still absolutely worth it and absolutely wonderful. So this is the big story from which the Bhagavad Gita, this conversation, this philosophical core of yoga, is taken from. The whole story is fantastic, and getting to know all the characters is just a wonderful thing. So on to the next central scripture of yoga, the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. So this is the text where we have yoga itemized for us by Patanjali into the Eightfold Path. So I talked about that Eightfold Path in my What is Yoga video. And I will be talking about it again and much more, and always referring to it, really, because we're always in a stage of it, or multiple stages of it. So Patanjali was a great yogi who itemized this practice for us and made great sense of it for us. He focused on the high-end psychological portion, the meditation portion, the dharana, dhyan, and the samadhi portion, and helped us to understand how the psyche works, what it's trying to do, how we stop it from doing those things, and how we utilize these higher states of consciousness, like the samadhi state, to see things that were once mysterious to us, and to transcend and to liberate our souls. So the third central scripture in our yoga practice and understanding is the Hatha Yoga Pradipika. So this is that book. If you're looking for these books, you'll see these covers on Amazon and recognize them. This is the Kundalini Hatha Yoga Pradipika, and this is the text of rich mystical practices. Swatmarama, the author of the Hatha Yoga Pradipika, focused a lot on the asana, the pranayama, the routing of Kundalini up the central channel, the locks. So we have the instruction that we need for our Hatha, or manipulation yoga practice, right here in this book. He also addresses the high-end meditation portion as well. So these are the 3 central texts. If you are genuinely interested in yoga beyond a superficial level, beyond just doing exercises and de-stressing yourself and being healthier and having a yoga mat and going to a yoga studio, beyond all that, if you are genuinely interested in yoga and you really want to know what that is, you will seek these texts and you will devour them.